Hey, hey! We're going to start this vlog in the car. We're getting ready to head out to James's orthotics appointment. Orthotics is foot and ankle braces. I mentioned it in yesterday's video. James has something called tippy toe syndrome, which sometimes accompanies autism, which means James walks mostly on his tippy toes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but because of that, he has a really short Achilles tendon, and it's causing him a lot of foot and leg pain and some difficulty walking. So today we are going to go to our orthotics appointment. They have called and they have his braces all ready and new shoes. What colors did you pick?
Red and blue.
Red and blue. He didn't like any of the patterns they showed for the braces or the straps. Well, I don't think the straps had patterns, just colors. But he didn't like any of the patterns they showed for the actual plastic braces themselves. And what color shoes?
The colors, the only one color of the shoes were blue, and I think white, yellow, and pink.
I think for the shoes we got red.
I think we got blue.
Okay, I guess we're going to see when we got there because we can't agree or remember which color we got the Billy shoes in. Billy brand makes great shoes that go over AFO or SMO braces. AFO stands for ankle and foot orthotics. I don't know what SMO stands for. I'll look that up and try to add that later in this video. SMO. AFO stands for ankle and foot orthotics, but I'll look up the other. So let's hit the road.
Lose that time, chasing stars that never shine. Wheels are spinning, hearts ignite on this highway through the night. Feel the wind scream through our veins, tires burning through the lanes. Leave the world in the rearview glow, drive till the morning steals the show. Radio's crackling, we're alive. This beats the pulse that keeps us high. Flickering lights blur left to right. We're just ghosts in the speeding light. Feel the wind scream through our veins, tires burning through the lanes. Leave the world in the rearview glow, drive till the morning steals the show. We're ready to quit, but we don't care. Freedom to...
We made it to our orthotics appointment, but they're still closed for lunch, so we're just hanging out outside. He's feeling a bit anxious, but we're going to wait for them to open up and let us in.
James wakes up with the sun in his eyes, grinning wide, no need for disguise. His goofy laugh fills the kitchen air. With Mario's hat, he's jumping everywhere. Oh, James' world is a beautiful place, full of smiles and a warm embrace. His mom and his sister, his very best friends, through every turn, on them he depends.
Okay, here we are in the orthotics appointment. James is just going to try on these foot braces, the SMO braces. Our orthotics doctor is just incredibly nice and working with him. And so James has tippy toe syndrome. Like I said before, it's often accompanied with autism. James has level 2 autism. I'm just going to tell a little bit about James's story while you guys watch him getting the braces tried on. James was born full term, 39 weeks, 4 days, like almost exactly my due date. No issues there. He was born seemingly healthy. He looked a little blue around his lips and nose especially, but the nurses assured me it was just because he had a rushed delivery and he was bruised. At around 30 hours old, so the day after James was born, he started breathing a little differently, and he was taken by the nurse down to the NICU, where it was found that he had gone into sudden cardiac arrest from an undiagnosed heart defect. So at 1 day old, James was in sudden cardiac arrest and was transferred to Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, where he underwent his first heart surgery at 13 days old. He still has congenital heart disease. That's not something you ever grow out of. He did have surgery, but that's not a cure for congenital heart disease. At around age 2, James was also diagnosed with temporal lobe epilepsy. They believe, after an MRI showed a blood spot in James's temporal lobe, they believe that happened during the sudden cardiac arrest when he was an infant. So at 2, he was diagnosed with temporal lobe epilepsy after a very scary summer and a handful of seizures. Thankfully, we have been seizure-free now for right at a year, I think. No seizures in a year, so that's fantastic. And then around age 4, James was diagnosed with level 2 autism. Let me kind of go back. As an infant, he was also diagnosed with a rare gene mutation. He has a duplication of the SHOX gene. And then, like I said, at age 4, he was diagnosed with level 2 autism. Now he has the tippy toe syndrome and ataxia, and all that's just tied in with autism and hyperlexia, but that's not really a medical diagnosis. That just means James is obsessed with letters and numbers. He basically taught himself how to read because he's just amazing like that. So yeah, he's just getting the braces tried on now. They don't let him go up onto his tippy toes, so it's a little uncomfortable for him because he's just really used to walking on his tiptoes. So the braces just hold his foot in like a really flat-footed position to help him not go up on his tiptoes and cause that pain in his legs. He has been walking on his tiptoes for a lot, and it is causing some pain, especially in his calf muscles. And I just don't want him to be in pain anymore. So I'm really hopeful that the braces will help and that this will really just be a turning point for James and we'll have a lot less leg pain. The orthotics that he picked out, the red and blue ones, they're really cute. He loves them. He wore them for a couple of hours the day we got them, and we're working up to wearing them for 12 hours a day. Not quite there yet. They're a little uncomfortable, but that is something we do have to work up to. He's got to do 12 hours a day, or all waking hours. So they're uncomfortable. He cried a little, but it's something we're going to get through. So if you have any questions or anything about James's story or James's journey, or if there are any parts of this that you want more information about, feel free to let me know. I have no issues talking more about what's gone on with James and our story. I could even have his tell the story from his perspective. I think that might be kind of cool to tell what he knows about his medical journey. He knows he has a special heart. I think he also knows he has autism. He talks to people who have autism and say, like, I have autism too. So it's just kind of interesting. It would be very interesting to hear, I think, what he thinks about his heart and his brain. And so, yeah, if you have any questions or anything about James's journey or just our lives, please let me know. And any content you want to see from us in the future, please just let me know. I'd love to, make my audience happy. I just mostly recorded this entire appointment, and I'm also going to use this footage to show his dad, his biological dad, his sperm donor, how to put the braces on him, because he doesn't like to listen to me, so I recorded the doctor showing you how to do it. So you don't have to listen to me, just listen to the doctor. So hopefully that'll help, and it'll all go smoothly when he goes to visit his dad's and has to wear the braces over there. His dad and I are divorced. We got divorced I separated from him when James was an infant, and our divorce was finalized, I think, when James was 2. When James was very small, he did not want to take James to the hospital for life-saving heart treatment, and I stood up to him and then subsequently left him after he said all of that about our son. So I am now in a fantastic relationship with an amazing man named Kevin. We have been together since James was 4 months old. James is 6 now. He'll be 7 at the end of this summer. I think that's just crazy. He's growing up so fast. I think this appointment went great. James didn't cry in the actual appointment, but he did cry later. Our orthotics doctor's just fantastic with him. She's really great with kids, and probably especially kids with autism. I'm sure she sees a lot of little kids in her office. She was really great with him. At this point, he started kind of trying to pull that foot away from her a little, and she's laughing about it. He did try to pull the right foot away from her a little. It seems that one might be the most uncomfortable because he did not want to put it all the way down in the brace and have his heel butted up against the back of the brace. So that one's probably just a little bit uncomfortable, but hopefully it's something James will get used to. We're going to monitor it for redness or anything that's looking like it's not fitting or anything. So, alrighty. I think that's about all I got for you guys. I'm going to let you watch the rest of it with some music playing. I'll see you when I see you.
James wakes up with the sun in his eyes, grinning wide, no need for disguise. His goofy laugh fills the kitchen air. With Mario's hat, he's jumping everywhere. Oh, James' world is a beautiful place, full of smiles and a warm embrace. His mom and his sister, his very best friends, through every turn, on them he depends. He's got a way of lighting in the room, dancing to tunes with an old cartoon. His mama watches, her heart so proud. James is a joy, he's a silver-lined cloud. Oh, James' world is a beautiful place, full of smiles and a warm embrace. His mom and his sister, his very best friends, through every turn, on them he depends. He's got a way of lighting the room, dancing to tunes with an old cartoon. His mama watches, her heart so proud. James is a joy, he's a silver-lined cloud. Oh, James' world is a beautiful place, full of laughter, love, and grace. His mom and his sister, his very best friends, holding his hand where the road bends. He loves his games, his own little quests, jumping through life, he's doing his best. Mario's world and his own collide, with the family who's always by his side. The days can be hard, but they find a way to turn the struggles into brighter days. His big sister's hugs, his mama's songs, in James' world they all belong.